Hello, boxing fans around the world. Welcome to another exciting edition of Talking Fight with Mike Orr at 4. On this Knuckle Up, we have a special guest joining us. So it won't be just Mike and myself going toe-to-toe as we normally do. It'll be actually Mike going toe-to-toe with a real boxer as opposed to a couch potato like me. All right, Mike. who do you got lined up, Mike?
Oh, fight fans, Knuckle Up fans. I told you we'd get him in here. And I did. None other than Kasir Mazzi Goldston. That's right. We got him in here. Mr. 200 amateur wins. Welcome.
What's up?
How's it going, man? How are you doing?
Great.
Yes, man. Awesome. Thank you for getting back to me, man, and giving me a shout out and coming on the show to do this wonderful interview.
No doubt.
Thank you for taking this wonderful time out. Yeah, man, we want to know. We want to know the story about you. We've heard lots about you, man. Highly decorated amateur fighter. Just signed a top rank. You got Jay Prince managing you. You know, big things are happening in your world right now. So our fight fans want to know your history. So like what age did you start boxing at?
I started boxing at the age of 8. Funny story. Like, I was playing football at the time, and I was a football player. I was riding past the boxing gym, and my dad stopped by at the gym, and I was just in a car, and I just kept looking at it. I said, "Dad, what's that?" And he's like, "That's boxing." And I'm like, I said, "I want to box." And he said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah, I want to box." And the next day I went in, and I fell in love with the sport ever since.
Awesome. That's awesome. So what are some of your influences that made you get into the ring and want to start competing after starting to box at 8?
Some of the influences was like I'm a third generation boxer, so my grandfather boxed and my father boxed. Some of the influence was just watching them in the gym as they were still doing it when I was young. So watching them in the gym, that influenced me a lot on that one. That's what I wanted to do. So
excellent. What team or gym are you part of right now? Who do you fight out of? Like,
currently I'm boxing out of Albany, New York. Out with Team Hitters. Trained by my father and co-trained by Jarek Jones.
Excellent. You got a lot of people in the corner then. Good. Honestly, let's describe Top Rank. So you got signed to Top Rank recently.
Yeah.
You've got 2 fights under your belt now. You got you're 2-0 with 1 knockout. Vicious knockout, might I add. Definitely, guys, if you're watching this video right now, don't worry. We got the clip. We're gonna load it up for you so you guys can see it eventually. Describe that phone call that you got when you heard that Top Rank wanted to sign you, and also when Jay Prince gave you that phone call, man, to say that he wanted to represent you.
Honestly, when I know I had a great amateur career, and when I wanted to switch over, my dad told me if we're gonna switch over, we're gonna do it right. So I'm gonna try to get you the best manager and the best promotional company. And it happened. So when I got the call, Jay Prince called us up, and really, I didn't believe it. My dad said, "Jay wants you to come out to Houston and talk with you." And I was like, "Jay Prince?" Like, Jay Prince. And he was like, "Yeah, Jay Prince." And I was like, "Man, I can't pass this up. This is it. Like, I'm definitely going out here." And he liked me, and it's been history ever since. And then he got me with the best. He got me with the best promotional company, Top Rank, and I'm here now.
What was it like debuting in the bubble? Because you debuted in the bubble, correct?
Yeah, debuting in the bubble. Honestly, it's definitely different. I like performing in front of crowds because I'm a showsman, so I like showing. Honestly, I like showing off sometimes. So just debuting in the bubble is more like I want to say not sparring because you still millions of people is watching. So I mean, I wouldn't say it's like sparring, but I would say it's similar to like that. So of course I'm gonna perform just cause people are watching, but I think it was no problem debuting in the bubble. I actually like debuting in the bubble, and I can't wait till fans could actually watch me in person.
What was it like? So when you're in the bubble, so you're living in the bubble, you're staying in the bubble. What was the whole lifestyle like? Did you have to? Were you subjected to stay in a room?
So being in the bubble, we checked in I think Wednesday, and we got tested every day. We got to come out when it's time to eat breakfast, when it's time to eat lunch, eat dinner. You get like a suggested time to work out and just doing that. So knowing that, we just came into the bubble on weight, not having to cut, and, just relaxing all them days. We just went over some of the fight plans, and honestly, I liked the bubble, so I couldn't say nothing really. I chilled in my room a lot, went over the game plan, watched my opponent a lot, and it was good. I think the first fight, it was more jitters fighting in the bubble, fighting in front of fans, because, my first fight I was turned over to the pros. It's smaller gloves, it's no headgear, so maybe I was just a lot nervous the first fight. Then the second fight, going to the second fight, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have no jitters, none of that. So I think fighting in the bubble was good for me.
That's, definitely you had no jitters in that second match. That's for sure. I'm telling you, your opponent had the jitters though after he took that shot, man. He couldn't stand it. But so obviously first fight you had lots of jitters. What about your first fight as an amateur? How did you feel the first time you stepped in the ring to compete in the amateur level?
My first fight was fortunately it was in Albany, New York. So I fought in front of a hometown crowd. I fought with my family there, and I looked great. I know I dropped the kid 2 times, gave him 2 8 counts. I was on the verge of stopping him, but I didn't stop him. But I got the win. So, that first fight, that's what made me fall in love with boxing, because I see my abilities in the first fight, and now look where I'm at.
At what age was your first amateur fight?
8, actually. I got my
8?
first fight in my first year of boxing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's how you compiled a 200 plus win count for your amateur career, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Fight fans, we all want to know. Everybody watching wants to know how is it mentally, and how. Oh man, it's just so hard to explain. How do you go through that many fights in such a short amount of time as an amateur? Like, to compile 200 wins over a period of your amateur career, that's incredible, man. Like, it's got to take a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifice, and a lot of mental toughness to be able to do that. Explain how you were able to do that.
Training. We fought almost every weekend, if not every weekend, every other weekend. We fought overseas. If we couldn't get fights out here at tournaments, if we had, let's say we had a bracket that we knew he was gonna win, my dad was the type to, like, he wanted me in every competition I could be in, so he wouldn't want me to go into them. Like, my dad is like the dad that's like, and the coach. He's like, I don't want, yeah, walkover wins are cool, but man, that's not a championship. If you got to fight for it, so we'll go overseas, and instead of me fighting one time in the USA, I could fight 5 to 6 times overseas and get a gold medal out there, and that's more bigger. So us fighting every other weekend in the USA's and internationally, it just opened me up to 200 wins.
Wow, awesome record compiled. Dream fight today. If you could fight anybody, who would your dream fight be today?
I mean, if dream fight today, I would love to fight him. I know he's passed now, but Sweet Pea. I would love to fight Sweet Pea. Sweet Pea, like, his head movement, like, man, one of the best, and I think the best when it comes down to, like, his defense and his head movement, man. Him and Floyd, but Sweet Pea got like another side that you can't see. Like, Sweet Pea had the ability to be like, he didn't have to get hit if he didn't want to. So,
how did you manage your athletic and academic responsibilities while you were doing the amateur?
I managed that with being able to know how to have a switch. My dad always told me have a switch with boxing and regular life. So knowing how to flip that switch on and off, when it came to academics, it comes down to what you got to do, how you got to do it, what time you got to do it. We always was on top of schoolwork. We was always on top of things. We was always on top of things at tournaments. Even if we were gone for a long time when we was out with the USA team, it was we'll get pulled out of school and be homeschooled and do online classes. We were always on top of school.
Excellent. Your father's very strict, when it comes to that stuff. Yeah, which is good. Definitely. Which is good because, look at you now. Look where you're at, right? All that perseverance has paid off. Do you have any other hobbies outside of this outside of boxing?
I mean, I used to play football. I was a great football player. Unfortunately I stopped my sophomore year because you know, I just wanted to pursue boxing more. You know, I love both of the sports the same around that time, but I was taking more over in boxing than in football. I was one of the best athletes around in Albany, and when it came to football, but boxing. I just was going to another. I was going overseas. I was on Team USA. I was number one in the USA. It was just like it's time to just choose one. And when my dad told me that, you know, it hurt me a little bit, but knowing where me choosing one and where I'm at now, then I'll choose that one every day.
Excellent, excellent. Do you have any short-term goals? Where do you see yourself in the next few months, maybe the next year or two?
Short-term goals. You know, just probably short-term goals. Probably getting. I want to fight. Well, I talked to my manager and we want to fight at least 4 to 5 times this year. So just getting my fights up this year. You know, establishing a more of a name for myself, and yeah, in the junior welterweight division. So,
What would you like to be remembered for in this sport?
um,
In your career, like when you're all done and you hang up the gloves and you have no more left to prove to anybody, what do you want to be remembered for?
I would want to be remembered as one of the youngest world champions. Like that's one of my goals. Like, and I'm gonna make that happen. Like, I'm working to be like one of the youngest world champions in the game, and I think I could do it. And I also want to be remembered as like me having the ability not to be able to get hit. So like I want people to remember me for my defense and me being like at the times like I want to be known as like you can't hit this guy if you really wanted to.
Right, right. Um, what does your daily nutrition plan look like when you're getting ready for a fight?
I mean, you know, I just turned fresh 18, so you know,
You just eat it
during,
all, McDonald's and everything.
during camp, you know, we toned down on the fast foods. You know, I don't drink soda. I don't eat nothing like that. But you know, I have fast food a lot. I mean, like Floyd said, I eat burgers, I eat fries. You know, I eat chicken nuggets. Um, I wouldn't really say it's a meal plan until it comes around fight camp. You know, we tone it down with the eating. You know, maybe a lot of healthy stuff, fruits. I mean, I hate salads, but I eat a fruit salad any day. So yeah,
So you pretty much walk around your fight weight all the time, right?
I wouldn't say that, no, but I maintain good weight. So yeah,
That's good. That's good.
yeah.
What does a daily routine look like when you're in camp? Like start to
Um,
finish.
daily routine when I'm in camp, you know, we get up and run. We got boxing practice before 12. And then we have strength and conditioning at 6, and that's an everyday thing.
Oh wow. And that's like 7 days a week, right through.
6 days
Any
a
rest
week.
days?
6 days a week.
That's awesome. Describe your worst performance and what you did to learn from that experience.
I really wouldn't say a worse performance. You know, I think some people just have bad days in the gym. So, my dad never called it a bad performance. It's just a bad day in the office. So, I mean, every boxer has a bad day in the office. So I would say, you know, some of the days in the gym when you're not feeling it, when you're a little down and you're working out, but that's the days that make you. So definitely, I would say probably fight wise, I honestly don't know, but gym wise, it was a lot of those days. But that's what's making me into what I am today. So.
Yeah, it definitely has. What do you think separates you from every other fighter in your weight class right now?
What separates me from any other fighter in my weight class, I think the ability to like hit and not get hit. Like where my dad's a big guy on defense. Like being in this game a long time and leaving your mark for a long time. So my dad, we mainly like we focus on a lot of defense, a lot of head movement, a lot of like showing guys different things. You know, just showing angles that guys don't see a lot, and the guys can't hit me off those angles. You know, we work a lot off the jab. You know, I just think my ability is like I have the ability. Like if I don't want to get hit, I won't get hit. So
Okay. Um, Honestly, what did it feel like with that first knockout? That first knockout you got in that second fight where you dropped him. What was going through your mind after that
uh,
vicious win?
listen, I got a lot of TKOs in amateurs, but it wasn't nothing like how I put him down. So when I knocked him out, I went back to the corner. I was like, yo, I just got like a knockout. Like, and that first knockout, I was like, wow, like, okay, I know what I'm working with now. So, you know, just keep my head on straight, but knowing I could do that. So
Excellent. Do you have a next fight scheduled already coming up? Like, do you know who you're going to
yeah, it's in May, but we took to the date is to be determined, but it's definitely in May.
It's definitely in May. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. I can't wait to see you get in the ring. Get another fancy knockout there, man. Definitely. Definitely. I would like to see another one of those. What do you see yourself accomplishing in the next 10 years?
I think a multi-division world champion, definitely. Personally, I'm young in the game, so you know I don't want to be in this game till like I'm 35, 36. I want to get out this game around 32, 30. So I want to leave my mark. I want to be in here for, you know, a great time, but leave my mark for a long time. You know, not taking unnecessary punishment. You know, winning fights convincingly. And getting belts. You know, and creating a legacy.
All right. What do you believe to be one of your weaknesses, if any, and what are you doing to improve on it?
I think every boxer got a weakness. Every boxer got something to fix. But I think I wouldn't say that because my opponent probably would be watching this. So, you know, I definitely got a lot. I would definitely have weaknesses, and we definitely are working on to fix them every day in the gym. And it's more than every day in the gym. It's even at home sometimes too. So we're definitely working on the weaknesses I have in my game and trying to make them stronger.
Right, right. I noticed that you were part of Team USA, right?
Yeah,
That was
2 years.
2 years to Team
Yep.
USA. You were part of Team USA when you were ranked number one in the country. I believe.
Yeah, I've been ranked number 1 since I was 11.
Holy crow! Wow,
Yeah.
wow. That's an incredible, I guess, feat to freaking have there. Describe some of your major highlights and achievements from your amateur career. What were some of the best highlights of that career?
I won consecutive junior Olympic national titles. I won 2 USA national titles. I'm actually a 13-time national champion. So I won 6 medals overseas, 3 golds, 3 silvers. I won best. I think my greatest accomplishment, which other people would say no, but is winning the best boxer at the Junior Nations Cup overseas. So I think that was like the best thing for me.
Okay.
And that winning that was like against teams as in Kazakhstan and Russia, all of that.
Is there an athlete that you look up to as a role model that's fighting today?
An athlete I look up to is probably Shakur, and my favorite fighter is Demetrius Andre Bubu, and then my second favorite is Shakur Stevenson. Probably Shakur and Bubu, definitely.
Would you say that your style is similar to theirs, or
I would say my style more like a Errol Spence, Shakur, Bubu, Sweet Pea. So definitely all of those combined. And I could switch it up sometimes too. I could walk someone down too if I have to.
Definitely. Where'd the nickname Mazzi? Where'd it come from?
Mazzi came from, I was playing football and my coach was like, I was super fast on the field. And my coach was like, man, I'm gonna name you Mazzi. And he named me Mazzi.
Okay.
And he said I'm gonna name you Mazzi because you fast like a Maserati. So that converted the boxing too because my hands was fast.
Yeah, definitely they are fast. They definitely are fast. Yeah, man. Do you have any interesting stories you'd like to tell us from the bubble? Any crazy interesting story from the bubble that happened?
The bubble.
Because that bubble life had to be fun. It had to be fun, like a giant camp.
I think the bubble life is definitely not fun, but
Okay.
I would say probably I don't know. I think the greatest experience in the bubble is just fighting, honestly. You know.
Okay. That's wicked. I'm excited to see you fight again, man. Honestly, I've watched your both fights, man. You're a very talented fighter. I know we're gonna see a lot of you in the future, especially with having the team like you have with you, man. Like you got Top Rank behind you, you got Jay Prince.
Yeah.
You couldn't ask for anything more as a newly signed professional fighter. You just must be like on top of the world at this point. Are you still like, has it sunk in yet, or are you still kind of like not really taking it all in? Like,
not really. You know.
Oh, we're having a little technical difficulty there. I can't hear you now. No, we lost audio there for a second. Hold on, fans that are watching around the world. We just got a little technical difficulty. No, maybe we can get our producer to step in and give us a hand. Sorry, fight fans, we're just having a little bit of technical difficulty. We'll get Mazzi back as soon as we can. Definitely, guys, you must watch this guy. You guys got to get behind him, just like always. Oh, we got him back. I can't. No sound. We lost sound. We lost all the sound. Our producers are working hard to get the sound back, guys. Unfortunately, sorry, we don't know what's happened. Just technical difficulties. Like I'm saying, Kasir, Mazzi Goldston, 200 amateur wins. You know, ranked number 1 from the time he was 11. The guy's pro debut, 2-0, one vicious knockout. There we go. I think we got some sound back now.
Yeah, definitely. My bad.
No, it's all good. It happens. It happens.
Yeah, it just lost connection.
So, sparring. What's like? How often do you spar? Like outside of a camp? Like do you spar every day or?
You know, my dad big on not taking a lot of punishment. We spar probably 2 to 3 times a week. Probably 8, 6, 9, 8, 6, 10 rounds. In camp, we spar around 12 rounds, and that's probably around 4 times a week. So,
and like how when you go to the gym, not outside of camp when you're in the gym, is it like a daily, couple times a day kind of thing? Do you split up your training?
Yeah, we definitely split up our training. Like I said, we work out in camp. We work out, we run, and we'll do our run. Then we'll do our boxing workout not too long after that, and then we'll do our strength and conditioning at night.
Awesome, that's awesome, man. Definitely. Wow. I don't even know where we should go to next at this point. Tell me an amazing story out of the amateur career.
Probably.
I know you got lots. Because you flew
I think personally the Junior Nation Cup. You know, unfortunately I took silver there, but you know, and I took silver. It's crazy thing is I took silver, but I got the best boxer of the tournament. So I think I did my thing there. I think that was probably the best tournament. The fans out in Serbia were like they were big fans of Team USA, and I went out there and showed my talents. Probably fighting Kazakhstan. That's probably like my highlight of my career. Like that's what I think that fight made me better. Like in general, like it was a learning experience, and it also was more like okay, this is what I belong in. Because at that time I still was playing football, but like me being in the ring with a kid like that, and we both were like great. And actually, me being in the ring with like that, it was great. I think when I was actually a junior in USA boxing, I was like highly touted over in the international scene because I went to a lot of international tournaments. I was winning them. You know, I was taking silver here and there, but I really didn't like lose a lot overseas. When it came to that, you know, sometimes we would get not the head shake we want, but you know, sometimes over there it was you know they didn't want to see us win. So you know sometimes we'll get the head shake too and look at us now. So you know I think that international experience like grew me for the pros.
Right. Has there ever been a time where you've been hurt early in a fight and you've had to really, you know, kind of control it and come back to, you know, persevere over being hurt and taking the win? Has there ever been any times like that?
Personally, I have not been hurt in a fight. My dad's too big on defense for me to get hurt. But if that ever do happen, I will be prepared and know what to do in that situation. So yeah.
So your dad's training you to just pretty much put up with whatever gets thrown at you.
Yeah.
What would you do? What would you do to when you face a fighter that would be faster than you? How would you come above and beyond and take out an opponent that would be faster than you? Even though you are a fast boxer yourself, you never know. You might end up fighting somebody that is faster than you.
fighting a faster opponent, you know, you got to give a lot of feints, off angle head movements, you know, not being in the same spot with him. It's not being able to for him to time you. So you doubling and tripling your jab up, you giving him feints, you going off to side angles that he just not used to.
Is it the same way when you're fighting somebody, an opponent like who has a longer reach on you as well? Would it be the same?
Yeah, definitely when you fight somebody along the reach like McClammy, our game plan with him, he was a super. He had a 7-8 reach. That's crazy for a welterweight. Like that's insane. So he had a 7-8 reach. We knew he was gonna be long and tall. He was only an inch taller than me, but his arms, he had like at least 6 inches on with me on arms, and we knew he was gonna be tall. So we all camp we worked on doubling the jab, slipping over to the side, throwing that 5 to the body. It landed here and there, but we also worked on throwing the jab, shifting into the inside, and throwing that left uppercut, and that's the one that put him out.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It was a great shot. What's your favorite punch? What do you love?
In the amateurs, it was my hook, but I think right now it's probably my jab. Like I can land even though my dad said I got to use it more, I definitely understand that. But I think my jab. I think I got a great jab. So.
Okay. Yeah. So you're fighting again in May. Date not determined. Do you know who you're fighting? Do you know?
Nah, unfortunately, I don't.
Oh wow! So you're just going into it blind.
Yeah. Yep.
You just don't even care. Just get in there. You're gonna bring the thing, eh?
Yeah, we work for anything. We got every style in the gym. We got a lot of counter punches. A lot of guys who bring it to you. A lot of guys who can even box too. So we ready for anything that's gonna come our way.
Awesome. Guys out there watching, make sure you tune in and see this guy, man, fight. Trust me, he's exciting to watch. He drops people with, these dirty fists, man. He's got lots of power behind his hands. It's Mazzi Goldston. We want to get this clip up. I think we're gonna try and get our producer to put this clip up, man. This is your last fight knockout. Producer, let's get this clip up. We got to show everybody around the world right now, man. We got all the people watching. Definitely want to see this clip, this knockout. Let's see if we can get him to bring it up here. Oh man, come on.
Let me get this.
Woo! Fight fans, you saw that. This is, honestly, this knockout, man, this is what made me just need to talk to you, man. We needed to see you. There was a great performance. Yeah, man. Explain that, just like that. Right after that knockout, you felt like the king of the world, eh?
Yeah. That fight, actually, I was planning on, like, I went into that camp and I told my dad, I look good boxing the first fight. I show my skills. I want to show people, like, I got the power too. So going into that fight, we worked on, because my first fight, coming from the amateurs, we had to get used to the pros. So the first fight, I just outboxed the guy, and second camp we went in trying to turn my punches over, and we worked on that camp turning my punches over. Letting the guys feel my power, punching off the angles and all that. So I think when going into that fight, I told my dad I want to knock this guy out, and he said, "Listen, we're gonna work on it, and we're gonna work on everything you could for you to do to knock him out," and we did it. So going into that fight, I knew that I wanted to, like, knock him out, and I wasn't. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't looking for it, but I just know, like, my ability, and my ability was I could have knocked him out, and I did.
That's fight fans around the world watching. You heard it here, man, right here. Kasir Mazzi Goldston coming out with that wonderful knockout. Guys, we're going to follow this man for the rest of his career, that's for sure. Definitely. I know you got a long career coming. You're very young in this game, and you just celebrated your 18th birthday, correct?
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. And yes, definitely. We're getting to the time where it's coming to the end of the interview. Thank you again for coming on. definitely we'll have you on in the future if you're not too busy sometimes, man. We'll love to talk to you after your next fight.
Yep,
if you're around. You know, fight fans, thanks for tuning in. Definitely, again, what a great show, great performance, guys. Make sure you check out this guy. You want to stay with him. You want to watch this guy, man. He's one of Top Rank's new additions, one of the top prospects. You're going to hear big things from him, man. He's got Jay Prince behind him. He's got the Top Rank team. You know, the sky's the limit for you right now, Kasir. And, we're definitely going to be backing you behind, we'll be behind you 100% and following your career all the way through. And we're definitely going to be rooting for you in the future. Much appreciation for coming on, taking the time out to talk with us here at talkinfight.com and coming on Knuckle Up. Definitely. Thank you again, man. Thank you.
Definitely. I appreciate it.
Fight fans, this is Mike Gore at 4. You know what to do, man. View it, like it, share it. Jab that like, hook, subscribe. Knock out some comments for Goldston here. And next time we'll get him on, we'll ask him anything you guys want to know. Remember, shoot over those messages and we'll definitely get him on here and we'll get your questions answered. That's it, man. That's Mike Gore at 4. Everybody knuckle up. You know the way it goes. That's it. Thanks again. Kasir, thank you again.
No doubt. Thank you.
Man. Thanks, fight fans, for watching. It's Mike Gore at 4.